Ya, después del desazón que nos dejaron.
Constellation has suffered losses before, although none quite so violently.
Vamos a ir a buscar las cosas de Barret que se supone están acá abajo. Por la puta, ¿no?
Are you training for some sort of weightlifting competition?
¿Por qué me hiciste ese comentario? Está demasiado coqueto el Sam Cole. El Barret también era coqueto. Vasco también es coqueto. Todos me coquetean. Todos quieren conmigo. Ya, voy a dejar Coachman y me voy a dejar esta. Me llevó esta porque el cazador le hizo pupa.
To think the lodge turned into a battlefield.
Ahora me entró la duda si hubiera ido al ojo salvo a Barret o no. Pero si dejo la logia yo creo que Walter muere.
I used to be an actuary.
I heard they're making the Starware updates again.
Are you sure about that? I haven't upgraded my OS.
This space is a memorial to those lost during the Colony War. Your consideration is requested.
Just tell me how many zeros I need to
¿Qué es esto, weón?
It's a buyer's market right now. Good time to make a move.
Welcome to Feeling Realty. I'm Zora, and I'm here to help with whatever you may need. What brings you in today? Looking to settle down or move up in the world or just window shopping?
Perhaps I'll...
Stop by anytime.
No, me voy. No quiero créditos hipotecarios, guacho.
Aren't you the one I saw running away from that
Yes, exactly. It's like...
When someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. Do you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels. Understand his pain. Accept it. And deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
I don't know.
Oh, Mateo.
Felt
It's been too long.
something.
How are your parents?
Thought it was crazy
Your mother
at
still
first.
struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I've come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds? Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
Ya, se puso sospechosa la cuestión. No había venido para acá. Está bonito. Me llama la atención el símbolo.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave. Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story. The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Our numbers are growing every year. Atlas's message really connects with
Bien. Vamos. Ah, chucha, para allá, para allá.
There's a lot of work that needs to be done in the well. A lot of people in need.
I used to drink.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
It's actually important, as strange as that may seem.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up, All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
No, te miento que me dejó más confundido. Este es el Jonah, weón. O el Jonah.
I don't know.
Eh,
Council is going to give away too much in negotiating.
un amigo, weón, es un amigo. El weón que me hizo jugar Phasmophobia. Oh, Sam. Buenas y buen show.
Hello.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
I never can make heads or tails of these guys.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
It would be really helpful if you told us about it. If that even matters in the slightest to you.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
You got time for a quick chat? I appreciate it when you're able.
Oh, come on, seriously?
Oh, bueno.
When you get a moment, can we talk? Any day you make it through is a victory in my book. There needs to be more than thanks. More than gratitude.
Gracias, hace poco me estáis puteando, pues, weón.
I feel that way towards you. I'd be dead. Flat out dead if it weren't for you. You and me both. Truly. I gotta ask. Why me? It was an impossible situation. And if it's wrong to ask, sorry, but it's gonna keep me up at night.
Era
Barrett's been in
Barreto este,
Constellation
entonces.
so much longer. He's more veteran, probably smarter. It's gonna be hard knowing I get to live my life, but his is over. For my girl's sake, I cannot thank you enough. How are you holding up? Are you okay? I don't blame you. That Hunter bastard's gotta pay. Pay big time. I don't care if he's starborn and indestructible. We need to figure out a way to take him down. Nobody messes with my family like that. It's time to show them that we ain't just worthless chips on the table. I just want you to know, I'm here for you. The only way we're gonna get through this is if we all lean on each other. Cora likes throwing stones into the pond.
Cuidado, señora, cuidado.
Ages ago. Galbank. Can you smell the rampant capitalism? House Faroon. Really don't know much about them. I think that's how they like it.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
Sí, que me has enredado, po.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified? It is one of the great contradictions of belief. We feel the presence of something out there, but we insist that it is also everywhere. So you think this word unity describes that divine unknowableness that the Pilgrim searched for?
This guy's really hard to follow. Can we just get a straight answer?
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go find your truth.
Este weón sabe algo, este weón sabe algo. Y este escucha conversación a través del vidrio. Bien. ¿Hay una anomalía?
back for a minute and nature takes it all back. Not a bad place for a pit stop.
La crédula sencillez de los humanos mundanos nunca deja de asombrarme. Mis peores instintos, el espíritu maligno, me atraen hacia una forma de desprecio por ellos. Pero recuerdo que estoy al tanto de lo que son, de lo que no son. No puedo ni debo juzgarlos por falta de visión cuando conozco muy bien las verdades que oscurecen su vista. Después de todo, yo también las llevaba. Espero que algún día lleguen a comprenderlo. Pero también deseo que me dejen en paz. ¿Esto qué le pasa a Don Gatito? Así es. Ya empezaron los michis. Sigamos. Me encuentro pensando en sus diversos pasados y en mis posibles futuros. Me imagino continuando en el camino, adquiriendo más poder, más conocimiento, más desarrollo de mí mismo. Me imagino atravesando una vez más a otro mundo para comenzar el proceso de nuevo. Lo notable aquí es que ese camino sí parece gratificante. Cada paso es una recompensa intrínseca. Me siento anticipando los placeres y viendo una versión más satisfecha de mí mismo en ese futuro. Entonces, para considerar todas las posibilidades, imagino qué pasaría si tomase un camino diferente, si dejara de correr, si dejara de intentar reunir mi propio poder, si aceptara las punzadas de compasión que siento en mi corazón y me permitiera cuidar a las personas que aparecen reunirse a mi alrededor donde quiera que trato de trabajar. Si simplemente viviera y enseñara y quizás trajera a otros alumnos y muriese. Estoy sospechando de que el peregrino tiene que ver algo con los, entre comillas, extraterrestres que estamos enfrentando. Ay, qué pesado. Señor gato, usted es muy pesado. ¿Por qué aparece el cazador acá? ¿Viste si este buen tiene algo que ver? No.
first shock of cold. Is it weird that I like it?
Ay, Dios mío, los michis, aquí está el libro. No sé cuál es la respuesta correcta, puede que nunca lo sepa, sin embargo, cada vez que me siento más cómodo sin saberlo. Cuanto más reflexiono sobre estar aquí, en este mundo, en este momento, más creo que es precisamente donde debo estar. Esta vez será diferente, no se tratará de mí, así que no tendré que huir. De hecho, puedo crear algo con intención en lugar de luchar para arreglar algo que otros han creado en mi nombre. Puede ser algo beneficioso, puede ser algo beneficioso. Repitió lo mismo 2 veces. Estoy tratando de atrás. ¿Qué les pasó? ¿Qué les pasó a ustedes? Estoy dejando atrás a esa otra persona. En este mundo no hay lugar para él. Déjame morir. Déjame vivir para iluminar el bendito universo que hay ante mí. Has encontrado el final de mi viaje, pero para saberlo todo debes encontrar su comienzo. En Halo 2, la isla esconde al escorpión y el aguijón de este esconde la verdad. El ABC del rastreador aumenta permanentemente 5% el daño de las armas electromagnéticas. Excelente. Concha tu madre que me asustó. Son go Julio. Vamos a investigar el resto de las instalaciones que hay acá. Aquí está el quid de mis problemas. Para lograr lo que sea debo trabajar con otras personas. Necesito ayudantes, necesito trabajadores, necesito manos. Mientras trabajamos juntos hacen preguntas y yo soy incapaz de no hablar. Todo empieza de manera bastante inocente. Quieren entender cómo es posible que alguien que cree en la ciencia también cree en lo divino, o se trata de un malentendido inculcado por algún remanente religioso limítrofe. Mi debilidad... ahora el gato quiere salir. Qué bueno, es más pesado. Ah, salió. Salió. Aquí hay otro... ¿Qué es esto? Un invernadero. Este otro documento, el peregrino. Ya, tengo todos los documentos del peregrino, pero vamos a ir a ver la anomalía.
Looks like organics aren't going to be a problem here.
Es eso. Está raro ese lugar. Pensaba que este iba a ser el lugar del segundo poder, pero no. Vamos para allá. ¿Qué será eso de allá? es esa weá de ahí entonces. Vuelta pa' weona, weón. Puta que hemos caminado, weón. Qué pasa. Oye, está escurrido esto.
I could spend years, literal years, digging into the Starborn. The secret of the century. Hell, millennia.
This guy's amazing. As I wander the blackness of the deep abyss, my ship is in tatters, all dented and worn, but I trust my old engine to get back by morn. Way over in the black. Always happy to meet a stranger. Hope my singing was to your liking. Oh, and now you've made mine. Afraid my ship's got the next jump plotted in, so I'm away. Fair travels.
Ya.
First step on a new world full of life. Those ruins, they look ancient. Oh, Vladimir would go nuts for this. Barrett, too.
Los bichos no se ven muy amistosos. No habrá que hacer todo el recorrido.
Hope you find what you're looking for.
Qué buen diseño de insectoides, ¿no? Qué bueno que no fueron belicosos.
You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go. Oh, please. Did you think I couldn't have found you again? Extinguished that little spark of competition for the artifacts before it grew stronger. I wanted to see what you would do, and I haven't been disappointed. You did? Now it's all starting to make sense. You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want. Good. See? We can all get along. For now.
Ya, la nave es completamente diferente a la de nosotros.
Hello. Again. Do you remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise. Yes, we did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should. And who gets to say that? You? Me? The emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others. Rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms and violence.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
Not a relatively expendable Dusty anymore, are you? Look at where you've ended up. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. We're Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours. They are all connected. I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides. Bingo.
I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
Chucha, weón.
I'll tell you everything I can.
Tengo un revoltijo en la cabeza, pero voy a aprovechar de introducir esta nave. Está bonita.
The Unity is meant for whomever can get there. Don't fall for that talk of worthiness. The emissary and their kind only want to control you. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it. I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you. To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. It's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore. They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge. No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept tending. And it's a bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work.
Sure you have more questions. I know we're not the same people we met. It's not an easy experience to describe. But the Unity will speak to you. Offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion? Or is it testing us? Different? I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same. It's hard. But each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again. As yours won't have its real me. You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way. When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn. Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. And I am sorry we have not always been forthcoming. I hope you will see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure that they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Sí, así que ellos tiritón, weón.
I'm working hard, Captain. Have any new books for me?
Bien, a ver, recompensa por mí. Tienes que ir a huear a Marte para eliminarla. Por lo menos el único lugar que me acuerdo que puedo eliminar las recompensas es Marte.
I barely ever visited here before I joined Constellation. Here's the closest thing Cora has to home. Not bad, right?
Hey, I've been talking with the others, and I'd like to get everyone together. To say goodbye. You know, to Barrett. Thank you. It wouldn't be the same without you there. I'll have everything set up in a few days.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity. Wait, say that again? Multiple universes?
You can't possibly mean what I think you mean.
Let's take a step back. This is everything we've been building towards, and the implications are a lot to take in. Could you explain the part about multiple universes one more time for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
And that's why the Starborn want the artifacts so desperately. They're the keys to unlocking the infinite.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation. You're right. We have to see the unity for ourselves.
I know this has been a lot for everyone to take in, but we finally have answers. Let's make the best of them.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking. Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen.
If I have something I need to discuss with you.
Could we talk? Everyone seems more distant in the lodge. I guess that is to be expected.
Sí, tenemos que hablar con todo el mundo aquí parece. Parece. Todos me miran, weón.